Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video of this 2014 MY15 Triton GLX in a manual 4x4. So a little bit exciting with the manual part. I quite like my manuals, but starting off on the front end of this car, you got this really nice front bar here with a split grille look. Now there isn't really nice chrome finish that does tie in quite nicely with the Mitsubishi badging in the middle there. I quite like the look of these models, and again, it's a simple car, but it'll do everything and more. Now you've got spots here if you did want to fit fog lights in there, depending on whereabouts you're driving and what you're going to be using this car for. You've also got this really nice big headlights with your indicator lamp built just into the side there. Now the front of the car still presents really well. Can't see any marks or touch-ups done, no stone chips. So from what I can see, the car still presents really well in the front end. There is a little bit of fading in the light here, but again, it is what you'd expect from a car like this. Now coming over to the first alloy wheel, you've got a little bit of scuffing there on the outside, but again, it's nothing to be too concerned about. The integrity of the rim is still there. Very minimal marks on the actual chrome finish on the rim. Now you've got almost brand new, no, I'm not going to say that. They look pretty much almost brand new Goodyear Wrangler tires just on the front here. Plenty of tread still remaining on them, and they actually look quite tough on the car itself. Now coming across to the driver's side, you've also got your color match side mirrors and door handles in the nice plastic black. Now again, it is a work vehicle, so it's going to do everything you need it to do, and it's not going to cost you too much to actually run this car, protect it. Now you've also got your indicator lamp built into the quarter panel there, and you've also got a step to climb in and out of the car. Considering the car does look quite high, it does help to have that additional support to get in and out. Now just unlocking the car, you do have keyless, sorry, not keyless, but remote control, central locking, and taking a look inside. Great condition on the bolsters itself, still quite firm and present really well. Very minimal wear on the seats, not much fading either. And on the bottom here, being the GLX model, comes with the vinyl floors. Again, if you are using this for a work car, it is the ideal car for it. It's not going to cost you too much and very low maintenance in regards to keeping this car nice and clean. We've also got where people can get quite lazy kicking the door open, we can get a bit of damage on the door. There's very minimal on this door card here. Minor marks, but again, nothing too worried about. One thing I will note is the car doesn't actually come with tint, so if you are using this for a work vehicle and driving it around, I do highly recommend you speak to us about our tint options, because it is going to protect all the passengers inside the car, and also the benefits of tint such as UV protection and heat reduction. Might even save you a little bit of money down the line, but we're willing to discuss this more when you do come in. Now coming over to that second alloy, again, great condition on the rim itself, very minimal marks on the top there, but the rim still presents really well in the middle. There's no stone chips or damage, and plenty of tread remaining on these Goodyear tires. As we come across the back, got an open tub, got a tow bar already fitted at the bottom there, so if you are planning on towing, doing a bit of traveling, maybe some forward driving, you've got everything you need to. Now the spare wheel is mounted just under there, just so you are aware. Now got chrome Triton badging with the Mitsubishi badging right in the middle. And if I just drop this down, you can see it does come fitted with a tub liner, so genuine Mitsubishi tub liner. So paintwork still inside, still presents really well, and the tub liner itself is still in very good condition, and no serious damage to the tub liner or the plastic itself. So it's looked after quite well. And a nice little feature is it does tuck over the edge here, so if you are just picking up a few things to slide it on there, you're not going to damage the paint either. So nice little attention to detail by Mitsubishi in designing this car. As you come across the passenger side, fuel filler cap is on this side of the car, so in case you do get stuck in an emergency, you know you're going to be nice and safe from any possible oncoming traffic. Coming over to the third alloy, again, great condition. I do apologize for the dirt that is around the car due to the rains the past few days. The cars have been quite dirty, and we do have almost 150 cars on the yard, so it is hard to go through and clean each and every one of them. Now, the tire itself, again, plenty of tread on these Goodyear tires, still present really well, and as I mentioned before, they really do look quite tough on this car. As you come across the passenger side, the paintwork on this side just continues through the car. There's a very minimal mark here, but the paintwork is still exceptionally well. It's been looked after quite well by the previous owner. It hasn't driven it too harshly, and you can tell that he has looked after it quite well and driven it quite carefully as well. Now to the fourth and final alloy, generally the one that gets damaged the most, has very minimal marks on the inside there. It could actually be due to getting the actual tires on there rather than it actually taking any damage. So the rim still presents really well. The chrome plate in the middle still has a really nice finish to it, and plenty of tread remaining on these tires. So we've got four really good condition rims, plenty of tread remaining on the tires. The paintwork all around still presents quite well, and it also comes fitted with a tub liner, so the car's pretty much set up for everything you could possibly need it for. So what we're going to do now is pop the hood and take a look inside. Look inside the engine bay. What we have here is a 4-cylinder 2.5 litre turbo diesel motor. Now it does come fitted with a 5-speed manual gearbox, as I said before, so nice and exciting, at least for me it is. Now this car has a 4-star ANCAP rating with 6 airbags, so plenty of safety for the passengers inside of the car, and considering it is a big car, it is going to keep you nice and safe. Now this motor itself produces 131 kilowatts with 400 newton meters of torque, so plenty of power behind the actual car if you did want to tow anything, as I mentioned before. Now it is a diesel fuel tank with 75 litre capacity and combined fuel consumption of 8.1 litres per 100 kilometers and an average fuel distance of an astonishing 926 kilometers off a full tank, depending on how you're driving and whether you are towing and carrying a heavy payload. Taking a look inside the Triton. Now starting off on the driver's side door, really nice vinyl door card. Again, it is a work vehicle, so it's going to keep the car quite nice and clean and quite easy to maintain as well. Now on the armrest itself, you've got all your power window settings, with your driver's side being fully automatic, just automatic down, and just standard controls on the way up, and the rest are your standard power windows. Now above that is your window lock option, prevent anyone from playing around with the windows in the back seat. On the right hand side of the dash itself, you've got your adjustment controls for your power mirrors, as well as your traction control off button if you were planning on just doing something a little bit risky, but you'd probably just leave it on. Now on the driving column itself, on the right hand stock, you've got your left and right indicator, as well as all your headlight controls and your high beam fitted in there. Now on the left hand side are your wipers and washers for your front controls, and you've got a really nice vinyl steering wheel, very minimal wear or tear on the top here, so still presents really well. And on the right hand side, you've got all your cruise control settings. On the left hand side are your media settings, so your volume up and down, mode to switch to the different channels, and to flick through your options. Below that, you've got a few little toggles here for your Bluetooth connectivity for your mobile phone, so call and reject, as well as your voice activation. Now coming over to the center console here, you've got pretty simple head unit. It's got a CD input as well as your AM FM radio, so standard head unit. There's quite easy to control and access. All the buttons are there for that, and still presents really well actually. And it is a doubled-in system, so if you really wanted to, you can pull that out and add a touchscreen head unit in there down the line if you wanted to do that. Now you've got your your manual controls for your AC system with your mode, fan speed and temperature, as well as AC and a few other options. Below that, you've got a bit of storage, another additional storage down here for some loose change maybe, and you've also got a cigarette lighter in here. However, we don't encourage people to smoke in the car, but you do have a 12-volt socket for that. Now, really nice leather gear shifter with a rubber gear knob, quite comfortable to use, and it does have quite an old-fashioned look to it, which I quite like, and quite easy throws all the way through, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and you've also got your reverse just on the back here, so really nice gear. And you've also got your four-wheel drive gear shifter here with your 2 high, 4 high and 4 low. Again, if you are planning on using it for four-wheel driving, it does have all the systems required for that. 2 little cup holders, and you've also got a manual handbrake, and really nice center console armrest. Again, if you lift it up, you've got plenty of storage in there with a 12-volt socket just on the side there, and you've got a little bit of additional storage on top if you wanted to keep any coins or any kind of anything in there. So if I get the camera person to pan around the car, I should just show you the back seats still present really well. There is a bit of wear and tear here and there, but if it is your first car and you just got a new job, it is ideal for that, and you can obviously upgrade down the line if needed. Vinyl floors still present really well, no damage to the floors itself, and still kept quite clean. So what we'll do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video of this 2014 MY15 Triton GLX. Now I hope this gave you a good representation as to the condition of the exterior. It still presents really, really well, and also some of the features inside the car. And considering what the car was used for, it is a work vehicle, and if you are looking to purchase your first vehicle, this is an ideal car for that, especially if you do plan on using it for work. Now, if you do have any additional questions in regards to the car, or wanted to test drive it, or actually wanted to purchase it before you come in, you can do that. Now, the number to dial is 9907055. Just before I go, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. What that offers is 5 years additional protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car, and it does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance. So if you do plan on keeping this car for a long time, I do highly recommend you take advantage of this, because it is going to keep you nice and safe and secure in case of an emergency. Now, as I mentioned before, please also speak to us about the tint option, because it's not just about the look of the car, but it is going to add a lot of safety and protection for the driver and passengers inside the car. So please speak to us about those options. Now, these are at an additional cost. However, if you are using our in-house finance, I'd love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these would really affect your repayments. And lastly, please check out our Google reviews. With over 1,000 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance that you are dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. As I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.